There you go.
Welcome back to Pokemon.
Hello.
It's Poke Monday or Poke any day.
It's
Every day's a
Poke
Poke
Life
day.
for Go
It's Pokemon
Crabbo.
Day.
I mean, it's Wednesday today, my dude.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
So where are we going now? Are we going to try to catch a Carvana?
We can keep trying.
I mean, I can't say that Pokemon without putting a little emphasis in there.
Carvana.
I understand that completely.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's some sort of like...
We can keep trying. It's just not crucial.
No,
If
it's
we
not
don't
really.
Get one. That's no
No,
big deal.
we wanted one because it was a dark Pokemon.
It would help.
And we thought it would really be awesome to fight a Psychic with a Dark because they kind of are conflicting.
Their
elements.
ideals just don't line up. Mister.
No, not really.
Carvana sounds like an online car rental site.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Trivago.
or
Carvana.
Cartiva.
Yeah.
maybe also like a 90s
Carfax.
metal grunge band.
Carvana.
Carvana.
Like
And it would be
Nirvana.
like
all
based
car
on a
themed.
female's name from a
Nirvana
different,
song.
from Turkey or
instead
from Greece or something.
of In Bloom, it's like in whatever car. In car.
in Audi.
In car.
In car. In cars.
It smells like Teen Spirit. It just smells like car. Fresh
It
car.
smells like gas.
Smells like new car.
It smells like gasoline. Uh-oh.
Smells like there's a leak in my car.
Smells like gas spirits.
Trouble. Gas spirit.
Instead of the album cover being a naked baby looking at $1, it's just a
We
car
just call them
underwater.
gas station attendants.
That's car underwater.
Car-
Car underwater.
a naked car.
Bunch of spent car batteries at the bottom.
I like that. To the memers,
Yep.
memers and dreamers.
Memers and dreamers.
And me.
Or like a
The
or
memers.
like a car mechanic, like floating in oil instead.
You can't even see him because it's oil.
It's just black.
And he's like, "What's the album cover?
What is
Oh,
that?
it's a mechanic
You just
underwater."
see it's slightly darker where he's
Yeah,
at.
it's like shaded a little bit.
It's you don't see. Never mind.
and there's like a little shine on like some goggles or some shit.
Yeah, like the
So we can see
welding
far.
goggles or like the
Mhm.
welding helmet or something.
Yeah.
Call me now.
Got him in now.
Hey there. Call me now. Come on.
God.
Come. I don't know how else to
She
tempt
starts
you.
badgering people as she's
Come
like
on.
losing business.
Instead of,
Still on air. She's
come
just
on.
like.
Come as you are. It's just drive as you are. It's just
We're still on.
the worst like car puns with Nirvana.
I was trying to think of one for maybe like Master of Puppets,
Oh,
Master of Parking. I don't know.
Master of Parallel
And
Park.
it would just be Well,
Dude, I don't know. This is
just
Instead of lithium, it's just lithium-ion batteries.
petroleum.
aren't there?
Petroleum. Heart-shaped box. Glove box. Heart-shaped glove box.
Gear shift box. Some
You
shit.
should fucking
Incorporate some English terms in there.
Mm.
Help fill in the language.
Drain
be
you.
in boot instead of in bloom
Yeah.
in your trunk.
Drain you. Drain my oil.
Drain you just works. You don't
I
even
know,
have to change
kind
it.
of.
There's a sneaky. Yep, we're at 125. We haven't really run into. We haven't really been up here too much, so we're gonna see what
It's
comes
like
up.
you're just pissing in the water.
Not even a nibble.
Not even a nibble.
I had a sneaky idea.
Yeah?
If we really want to,
Nope.
we can go to a previous route that we didn't catch anything on,
Mm.
but that I think there was like one right before this or right next to this we can do.
Where there's water?
Or
on
no,
the
where
road?
it was a whalmer, so we can cross him off the list. If we see him anywhere else, we can be like, oh, skip it.
Oh, I got you. What you're saying.
Sometimes that's a tactic. Go back and fill in stuff.
Final Fantasy tactic.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they haven't made another one of those.
Those are great. They did the Tactics A2 or whatever it was called on DS. That's the last one I remember.
Did they do like a mobile one?
I kind of feel like they did.
Maybe.
Or they released a mobile version of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good Tactics games.
I don't know if they ever made like a mobile game. Hey, a Wilmer. Cool. Well, why don't we catch this just to get it off our list anyways?
Yeah, why not? And we get to name it.
A little whale.
The name I want won't fit because it's Whalmer Valderrama, but
You can call him Valderrama.
no, call him Fez.
Fez.
Fez. Okay, what's gonna...
Grizzlin.
Grizzlin. Well, that'll
That'll
probably
fucking kill it.
Nuke
Oh, yeah,
it.
Just
true.
murder
True,
it.
we're not trying to
Straight up
murder
it.
Nuke that
You're
poor whale.
immediately like, the big guns, Grizzlin. Pull it out, do it.
Oh,
Send in the Chixel cream.
Send it the Chixel Cream. Is that his last name?
Grizzlin.
Chris Linen
Chixel
Chixel
Cream.
Cream.
Chicks of Creek.
Ah, I can miss too, baby.
Let's mist up, dude.
We're just mistresses in the mist here. Two ladies misting each other.
Mystic Mistresses in the Mist, dude.
Gorillas
We're
in the
Did you
mist.
hear that
for
ankle
sure.
pop? Well, ankle
I
I
cramp.
don't
did.
know what pop that was, but that was impressive.
Ankle. I love it.
I do that. I roll it.
Dude, that was, I just moved it.
You just moved.
All I
Damn.
did was move and my
Simply-
body
I
shatters.
simply moved it.
Ah! There we go. That's a good little...
I'm flat-footed,
That's a
so I
good
get a lot of
little move.
pressure just straight down. So those little compact Yankees.
compact Yankees.
What if we went full ham on your your arch with
Yeah.
like a pet egg or something,
If I
and just
had
like
an arch.
shaved off
Just
the flat
just,
foot,
yeah, just go in there and just make an arch in my foot.
make an arch?
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be weird?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be weird if we just like shaved a shape into the
Wouldn't that
bottom
be
of your
weird if I
foot?
just like cut your feet off?
I want a star. Yo, man, can you do like the Batman symbol in there?
Your foot.
In my foot?
Can my arch be shaped like the bat symbol, please?
Can you do like a Adidas like stripe like fade or something?
Oh, dude, that might be
I got
tight.
you, fam.
Get some Adidas stripes in your arch.
You're,
Be cool.
you're now becoming Sonic the Hedgehog, where you have like the soap shoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can just
Soaps.
grind on.
That was a
running
great piece
rails,
of
like merchandise tie-in.
No, just like a-
just corporate synergy.
yeah, maybe.
Because soaps were a real thing.
I know
Yes,
they're a
they
real
were.
thing,
That's
but
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
can we argue that it's the probably dumbest thing?
Why? He runs fast. Sometimes
I'm just
they're
saying
a-
soap shoes. Just
so-
soap.
Oh, soap shoes.
The
Yes.
concept
soap
of soap shoes.
But the idea of Sonic having soaps, I'm okay.
that makes
with.
sense because he goes fast and
Running. Oh shit! There's something in the way. I go beep and go slide.
Yep.
on. Yeah.
She
That's
doesn't
the
really-
that's the sound that
Which he doesn't really
soaps
need,
make.
I guess.
I mean, should I find?
he doesn't need it.
should I
He can
find?
just run over it. But
I'll
it's
find an
cool.
image of
Should have
Sonic
fun
running
doing it.
fast and hitting a rail, and then put that.
Ball whale.
putting that sound.
Ball whale.
Ball whale,
Oh,
dude.
Holy shit.
I was waiting for it. That was my nickname.
Okay, so do you think by height they mean actual like, length here?
height.
Because I doubt. That
Yeah. Are they? Do they mean? Yeah. Do they mean height as in like? If he
I
was,
just, I just thought of like that's what chicks call me in bed, dude.
height, not weight?
Ball
Not weight.
whale.
ball whale.
It sounds like a Mega Man X bad
I have
villain.
to assume that
Ball
height.
whale.
That height is up and down, right?
We'll find out. We can look at it like scale.
Well, yeah.
kind of
There's
thing.
height, width.
Yeah. And like
That's how they would categorize it if they were
But there's
specifically.
width
That's weird to
and
think.
then length.
This little whalmer, a ball, is 6'7".
Makes
But
sense.
you know what? Since he's a ball, he's probably the same all the way around, right?
Yeah, roughly spherical.
Roughly spherical. That was my nickname in
While
high
this
school.
Pokemon usually lives in the sea, it can survive on land, although not too long. It loses vitality if its body
Oh, he's
becomes
only
dried
286 pounds. That's not very heavy for a whale.
out. That's what I'm saying, man.
That's a little boy.
That's ball
At
whale.
6'7",
That's a
6'7",
boy.
he's
You can bounce that fucker.
boom,
He'd be like one of those medicine balls.
like the gym
Right?
class. All right,
Yes.
this is a girl. A girl.
Another beautiful babe. Beautiful beautiful girl.
Deep, bruh.
Deep.
She goes deep.
She goes deep, brah.
Deep, brah.
Let's see. What else?
Ooh.
She's a ball. She's a whale. She's a...
Pearl from SpongeBob.
From SpongeBob.
Remember SpongeBob?
And it's a beautiful baby girl name too. Fluidingy?
Fluidingy.
Fluid dinghy. Let's see.
Let's see here.
Ooh.
Lake Titicaca.
Immature. Yeah. Lake Ball.
Lake Ball.
Lake Ball.
Like Lake Bell.
That I guess, but it's a fucking ball
Yeah.
whale. So I don't know.
Who's
see.
Lake Bill?
Lake Lively.
Oh.
Let's see.
What are some popular like whales out there? Free Willy?
Some popular whales out there.
Willie the operatic
Free Willy,
whale.
Monstro.
Monstro.
Monstra.
Should be Monstra.
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 Yeah, the feminine.
What's
I think
Menstra. Like
Menstra?
And then if you go with the male one of that, it's the
Menstro?
world's best and worst Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, it is.
I am Menstro.
aha, I
The streets ran
conjure.
red today when Menstro.
I conjure hormones.
You know what day of the month it is? No, yours.
That would actually be Peter Parker. Like his worst enemy was like Menstro because he could like inflict his hormones and be like, "You're going through puberty now." He's like, "Oh, I got a boner. I got a leak."
like a fucking.
Boner.
You'd have like a fucking Harley Quinn sidekick who would be called like Aunt Flo or something like that.
Yeah, there you go. No, his aunt, like Aunt May and Aunt Flo, like they like have a bridge game every weekend,
Shit,
and
we're
then
right. we're gonna do better than JJ and his son.
Yeah,
Um,
actually pretty good. Pretty good.
which one?
JJ and his son's Spider-Man book. Not bad. So far. Don't do Sam. Okay.
what were you? Samblin.
Samblin.
Like you're saying,
Oh,
somehow
what's
like a
the-
multiple Steven Spielberg production company.
Oh, Amblin.
or if you're
and,
telling somebody very
what's
casually,
the,
Samblin.
What's the stuff that whales?
Blubber.
No. Ambergris. Amber.
Ambergris.
Ambergris is or ambergris is like some whale byproduct.
What if we call
It's
her
like whale
like
fat or something.
ballerina?
I was thinking of something with ball.
Okay, because that's a ball.
Bell of the ball. Ball.
With that.
Ballerina works. Ball.
I'm looking up whale things. Glossary of whale watching.
Baleen. Like Eileen.
Ooh.
Like
Baleen.
Eileen kind of.
Like Baleen, I like that.
That's their.
I like that.
So then
Blowhole. We can call her blowhole.
No. Like
Breacher.
AI. You want to go?
Hi, I'm Baleen Blowhole. Baleen, or do you want to do it how it's like spelt in the real in like RL?
I think this is close to how it's maybe Baleen, but
It's
B-A-L-E.
Bleen.
yeah. So I threw the A in there to be like Bailey.
Oh, dude.
A little bit.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You could make it B-A-E. It'd be Baleen.
Like Bay.
Like
B-A-E.
Bay, dude.
All right.
Bay. My sweet Bay. We can call her
Yeah, little Bay. She's our Bay, dude.
Little Bay.
Baleen.
Bay.
Oh, that's cute.
Our little Bay ball.
Little
Bay ball.
You want to play some Bay ball?
Come on, Baleen. I just want to say it like
Okay.
a hick, like a trailer park. Like, come on, Baleen, let's go.
Come on, Baleen.
We're gonna go to Walmart. Come on, Baleen.
We're gonna get you some diapers and maybe even some Cap'n Crunch or something. I don't know.
Mommy needs her talcum powder too.
Talcum.
Talcum powder.
Talcum powder. There's like an extra syllable in there somehow.
Talcum.
Talcum.
I could see that being somebody's name too. Like you see, like those guys
It's like Malcolm.
So,
at
Just talcum.
NCAA, like, hey, my name is Talcum.
That's like
University,
a really shitty way to make fun of somebody whose name is Malcolm.
The Ohio State.
Malcolm Powder.
Malcolm Powder, dude.
That's like my
Is that what you
sister.
call your jizz kid, Malcolm Powder?
My sister, her name is Nicole.
Yeah.
Her legal name is
What's that little shitter? Love
Love
Disc?
Disc.
That's sounds like a name
It's a
that's someone that
disc.
It was almost there. You almost had it. You jumped the gun too quick, I think.
Yeah, it's like somebody who was just like, this is what I name my Pokemon.
It's a love.
My sister's
disc.
real name is Nicolette.
Oh, okay.
Bet you could guess, but she got made fun of.
Nicolette.
There you go. I know kids are so like, they're on the dot. Like, oh yeah, this is gonna be funny.
hit the nail on the
Nicorette.
head.
You smoke.
The very
You like
closest
nicotine?
thing in in like word association.
So
Association.
ambergris or ambergris or ambergris
Tell me, son.
or gray amber, because I'm guessing that's what that means. Gray amber is a solid, waxy, flammable substance of a dull gray or blackish color produced in the digestive system of sperm whales. Freshly produced ambergris has a marine fecal odor. However, it acquires a sweet, earthy scent as it ages, commonly likened to the fragrance of rubbing alcohol with the vaporous chemical astringency. It's highly valued by fragrance makers.
No, of course, yeah, that was a big thing, especially with whaling back in the day. Like they used it for heating their their lanterns in their cities. Whale oil was like highly sought after.
They have synthesized it now into something called ambroxan.
Which
So,
one? For the
Ambergris.
Ambergris stuff?
They've synthesized it into
Same
something
thing-
called ambroxan, so you don't
they
have
did
to
cosmetics.
kill whales.
Cosmetics were heavily with whales, like lipstick. That
Yeah.
was used like
Yep.
a lot of whale stuff.
Fish scales were in there too.
Yep.
Dogs are attracted to the smell of ambergris and are therefore sometimes used by ambergris searchers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's about. Like, dogs aren't really aquatic, so they wouldn't know what that smell is.
It's just they're attracted to the smell.
Yeah, it probably
weird.
doesn't matter.
It's really
It's just-
pungent, I bet. If it's
Yeah.
rubbing alcohol after it settles.
Well, and with how sensitive their noses are compared to ours, it probably just sticks out like a sore thumb. And because they're not used to it, that's probably why they're attracted to it. Is it's so pungent at the same time distinct. They're just like,
Isn't that crazy
"What
to
is
think
that?"
about? Like how humanity has like helped canines evolve to where they have a really good scent is for like our benefit too.
Helped.
Well, we actually, yeah, I would say not help,
Well,
but
we
like
helped in the fact of we gave them food.
they helped us more for
Yeah.
sniffing out dangers.
Yeah,
But
it
we-
was a,
we fed
it was
them.
a you scratch our back, I'll scratch yours. Sometimes literally, sometimes figuratively.
Yeah. But that
I just mean more like
when they may say man's
some-
best friend, we've
some
been
breeds
we've
of
been best
dogs
friends
that
for a
are-
while.
That shouldn't exist.
and they're also not very healthy.
Yeah.
Which ones?
Well,
It's just a lot of different breeds of dogs, like
Yeah.
pugs.
Oh, yeah.
certain
Breeding.
large breeds.
When
small
you
dogs
breed a
at times.
mutant, yeah.
when you breed a mutant,
Well, it's mutations, like mutation of the upturned snouts and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not for dogs.
no, that's not good.
because
for 'em.
it
Can't
fucks
smell.
up with their sinuses, and
Yeah.
when they sneeze, they could like blow their brain out,
or they pop their eye out.
pop their eye.
That's
I've
happened
actually seen that happen.
with those little pups because their skulls are too small for their fucking eyes. Their little eye sockets are too small for their eyes. So their
That
eyes are
happened
just
to my grandpa's toy Pekingese.
like, you just
would
pop
go-
it back in.
Like have those really
Yep.
fit sneezes, and then
Yep.
and it would be like, oh
And then you just pop it back in.
yeah, it's weird.
More ambergris facts.
Hit me.
Ambergris is formed from a secretion of the bile duct in the intestines of sperm whale.
I can show you some ambergris.
It can be found floating on the sea or wash up on coast. Coast.
The coast.
My mouth wanted to start saying an R sound, and I deterred it, so it sounded going coast.
It's like you saw a ghost.
A ghost. It is also sometimes found in the abdomens of dead sperm whales. Because the beaks of giant squids have been discovered within lumps of ambergris, scientists have theorized that the substance is produced by the whale's gastrointestinal tract to ease the passage of hard, sharp objects that it may have eaten. The sperm whale usually vomits these, but if one travels further down the gut, it will be covered in ambergris.
Going further down my gut.
And they usually poop it out.
What you looking at my gut for?
What you going down my gut for? Oh
so
yeah.
so it's
Eat ya.
like, oh,
stupid squid.
hey, look, it's this thing this whale pooped out. I'm like, sweet, it'll make some good stuff to rub on my neck.
I can't wait to try
My
that
wife's
stuff.
gonna love to rub that shit all over her.
Let's tell her that it's good for her.
Bring it back for her. Yeah, tell her.
Oh, it's rare. Once expelled by a whale, it often floats for years before making landfall.
I believe that.
This is basically whale flatulence.
Takes years to form,
Whale butt nuggets.
Ugh.
and it's only produced by sperm whales and only by an estimated 1% of them.
Huh.
Yeah,
And this is just sperm whales.
yeah,
This doesn't happen to humpbacks.
1% of sperm whales.
Oh.
And it's something that just floats for years before making landfall. So that's why it's really rare. And I'm sure, too, why it's like, because it can be found in the abdomens of dead whales, too.
Yep.
So you could just kill a whale and steal the ambergris.
I love how we're becoming marine biologists.
There was, I think, like a episode of, God, I want to say Futurama, where like a giant chunk of ambergris floated up onto the show or something, and Bender or somebody like claimed it, was like, holy fucking shit, we're gonna be so rich.
Yeah.
God,
Most commercially collected ambergris comes from the Bahamas in the Atlantic, particularly New Providence. Fossilized ambergris from 1.75 million years ago has also been found. There you go.
Wow.
Some fucking ambergris. It's got terpenes in it.
What's really crazy?
What's really crazy?
Whales, largest living mammals.
Yep.
And they actually have their utility as far as humans' needs go. You could use a lot of shit on a whale. You could do a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah. Was there blubber?
Makes you sound like some weird like ocean hillbilly. Like,
Blubber.
You can use a lot of stuff on a whale.
It's like the Native Americans with the buffalo. It's like, dude,
yeah.
if
Or
you live by
like
the
Inuits
coast,
with whales.
yeah, they honestly whale skin.
The blubber they use for so much shit.
Yep.
Skin, meat, fucking.
They chop it up into bits and then put it down into a sauce.
Yeah, they'll make wax out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do stuff with the.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That they'll use the fat for cooking, for like warmth stuff, for a bunch of stuff.
No, yeah, and then
It's like Crisco.
after
Okay.
It's basically
Okay,
like
you
Crisco
want...
with
all
blubber.
right. That's all right.
after the whale, like, you know, falls in the ocean and it's decomposing, even after that, an ecosystem builds itself around the carcass.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Yes.
They're just like octopi.
Because there's so much resources there, you know.
Everything grows on that thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like when you see those hyper time lapses of like foxes decaying
Yes.
and like maggots show up.
Yep.
But it's like there's no maggots in the ocean, but there's like bottom feeders.
Oh God, yeah. That's
They just go crazy for
the job of so much in the ocean, is to just clean up other stuff like refuse or byproduct from other things.
Mhm.
And yeah,
It's the ecosystem down there is much different than on land, and it's way more hazardous, I would say, and freaky.
In the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On like the bottom of the ocean where you see like the crazy kind of fish.
Can't hear shit. Can't see shit. Probably can't smell shit too well.
No.
Probably can't smell shit. I mean, I'm sure some motherfuckers can smell shit, but
It's hard to say.
because you'd have to.
depends on what
it's
kind of
carried
fish you are,
on
probably.
on air, which there's not
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
But
Smelling.
sharks,
Well, it's-
sharks.
It's carried. It's
smell
just carried
blood,
in
though,
the
don't they?
in the water.
Yeah,
They
some
their
sort of water
smelling
smelling.
isn't true like smelling like
No,
we have. It's
no.
just more tasting through a different
Yeah.
apparatus
Yeah.
that is super sensitive to one thing or another.
Yeah, dude.
Like some
Dolphins.
things I think actually
They
can
have a
taste,
snout, but they
maybe
have
some
nostrils.
There's no
crocodiles
nostrils.
or alligators can taste the
It's because
salt
it's-
in the water, which is why some can cross between fresh and salt, because they
Yeah.
know how much time they're spending in either one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh man, I want to fight, but it's safer to switch out. But it'd be a good opportunity for you to show off. Call me now.
Calmina.
Call me now. Go.
Zatu's
hardcore.
getting ready to flash you.
Yep. Watch. Oh, I was hoping you would just pop it up.
Wait, do you see my
Counter.
dick?
What do you see my beak? Hey man, I'll counter on your ass.
Damn,
Yep.
Harpo.
We take a little bit. We give some back. Hopefully.
Whoa! It's like one
That's
of those
gonna-
weird posters of like half opacity behind you and like staring off in the
Yeah.
distance.
Oh hell yeah!
It's like
kill.
smiling like this, and then
Yeah.
the dad in the
I'm
background.
down.
Me now, Groot to 27. Yeah. Call Me Now is gonna evolve, and I'm excited about that.
They'll call me later.
Man, if you had the ability, like in Let's Go Pokemon, to just rename them at the drop of a hat,
Hmm.
Yeah.
we would have some different people.
Yes, we would. That is true.
We'd probably like rename them
As they evolved.
as they evolved.
Right, because a lot of the
Big
name is based
Pearl.
off of like just seeing what we have at that moment.
Who they are in that moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Some we've done where we've looked at what they turn into.
Hey, redhead.
You know,
Oh.
moss
I already
deep,
fought them.
more like peed some. Am I right?
You heard of the bone? I told you guys about the bone-eating snot flowers.
Yes,
Those are.
that was my
fucking-
nickname in high school.
Bone eating? You want to be known as that?
Bone eating.
Sometimes you eat a fish or like a chicken.
Chicken
And
bones?
it's got bone. It's not boners.
Okay.
It's not,
It's
it's not
chicken-
boners.
Okay.
No.
You convinced me.
Okay.
Shadow ball.
But they're basically zombie worms.
Yeah.
Did you know that? They're
Mhm.
just dead things that are.
What was
They're
that
called-
weird yellow like snotty shit that they found that has like a bajillion
Ossidex.
fucking genders and whatnot?
Oh, I don't know. But these are called like Ossidex.
Yeah.
Basically the zombie worm thing. But they're like Ossidex microflorus, which are
Yeah.
the snot worm things.
Mm.
And they're like. They grow out little hairs on the bones of dead whales. And then,
Oh yeah.
And then octopi and other
Come on.
fish. Just
Little
love it.
sea spaghetti.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes it gross. Sea
You're
spaghetti.
just thinking about soggy noodles.
I was thinking about like hairy noodles, hairy soggy noodles.
That was my nickname in high school. Had a hairy soggy noodle in my time. Often have to take a
I
shower
remember-
to remedy it.
I remember I watched this video of a guy who was a former professor and a biologist, natural biologist somehow. He was on the Joe Rogan Experience, and he was just talking about spores and mushroom colonies
Fungus.
and
Yep.
funguses and cultures and etc. He's like, yeah, there's probably a massive, like the size of Texas, one giant colony of culture or spore or fungus out there that we don't know about, that's maybe just below the surface or something like that, and that's one giant living organism.
Mhm.
And I was just wrapping my head around that, like,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
that's some sci-fi shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
The coral reef was the largest living organism
that we knew of.
that we knew of, that we could like tour and stuff.
Isn't the Earth the largest living organism we know?
You
Not
would
yet.
think that it would be counted that way,
But
but
it's probably not an organism, though, is it?
No,
no,
it's everything
Not
working
counted as.
symbiotically,
yeah.
and everything
It
is
just
not
has a lot of
working.
different systems at play, like
Yeah.
on it or around it, I would say, that are the result of one or another.
Right.
As in like the tide being a
It's definitely a
concept of gravity
biome.
and how-
Right,
You
it's a
could
biome.
say.
It's us.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this yellow.
Well, it's like
snot.
we have living biomes inside of us.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that.
yeah.
Like you just.
We're like the god of our own body.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever we put into our body's like, why would you do this to us? Curse you!
We curse you.
Sorry.
My intestines like, damn you!
Your intestines are like somehow oddly, vaguely Irish. Oh, curse you!
Curse you! You goddammit!
You son of a bitch! You rain this down upon me.
I like to think like it's all Osmosis Jones down there.
Who's the bad guy of your stomach? Yeah, that's interesting.
It's
God.
probably my asshole.
Yeah, that movie when they just the most disgusting shit when Bill Murray's just like eating something or doing something.
I love
They
that
just-
fucking movie.
they
It's so
just-
underrated.
I love that movie too. But
It's
like,
so underrated.
yeah,
Nobody
when
talks
they-
about it.
When they do like super detailed close-ups, and you're just like, get away from
He's
his.
got like zits and like shit happening
He's
to
just
him.
like eating like a boiled egg and it's hanging out of his mouth, and you're like,
I'm so glad Bill Murray chose to do movies like that, like Space Jam and Osmosis Jones. What
I
other
feel like
movies?
maybe Space Jam was a contract thing. Because
Oh, he broke the fourth wall doing it. He's like, "Well, what are you doing here now?" He's like,
Mm.
"Oh, I'm just friends with the producer." Like, you know.
I've
was
seen
totally
that-
in on
actually
it.
seen that movie for so long.
So the thing I was thinking of was called a slime mold.
Mm.
It has 720 sexes. It can heal itself in minutes.
Whoa,
I don't know.
that sounds like a Wolverine of
I don't-
aquatic life.
I don't know what constitutes like a sex. Is it just like this is one, this is a combination of one, or this is one, this is one, this combination of both of those? is
probably
what it
that.
is. And then there's two of these, and then
It's like a
there's three of
Punnett
these, and-
Punnett square of like
Yeah.
slime. What is it called?
Or like
Slime mold.
Slime mold.
or like a tessellation.
I like to think of
Yellow unicellular.
if we
smaller
could
than
somehow
bean.
harness
Which
the
looks like
slime
fungus.
molds,
The slime mold.
like the genetic makeup, and fuse it with our own.
Bring it
We
to
could
our
heal
side.
ourselves.
Um,
Maybe someday.
I think it's more of learning how they do it and seeing if that can be somehow replicated or combined into our own. Because if we know that like, oh, aging comes from cell decay, how are these things not decaying, or how are they fighting the decay faster than they are decaying?
Right, it's
And how
like
could
jellyfish.
we maybe do that in our body.
Jellyfish live forever.
Yeah.
They never die.
Oh, jellyfish live forever, Chief.
So
Let me tell you.
slime molds have no brain, but it's able to learn. And if you merge two blobs together, two of those slime molds, the one that has learned will transmit its knowledge to the other.
Whoa. This seems like
They named it
AI.
blob.
AI like
Sit.
wanting to deliver its own like
It's
database down to another AI.
It's like memory foam.
Yeah.
One of those
Sleeping
things
on
that
slime
we
mold.
don't really know much of anything about. It's just something we have that we found.
That's cool.
I love it. It's one of the things of the ocean that scares me but fascinates me to like wanting to learn more.
Well, this is like a land thing.
Oh.
Better watch out.
It'll
Better
come
not
to
cry. Slime mold knows. When
He
you're
always
sleeping.
knows. And he'll
Knows when
remember
you're awake.
it. Honestly, if he keeps remembering things, he can remember
Yeah.
generations of shit. Like he probably has the longest term memory of any organism.
Well, oh my god! What if you could like? Yeah, that just got me thinking. Like, what if you found just a patch of slime mold, and you were able to recognize exactly what that was, and be like, "Yep, that's it." You sat there day after day and sang one song to it,
What?
and then you like, I don't know, you introduce it to another slime mold that's learned a different song, or like learned harmonies or something like that, or like bring it to another culture that knows like something else, but it doesn't know any music, and have them talk to each other and see which learns which, like where the data goes, if you could somehow track that.
Yeah, or like somehow do what they do with the sign language, like Close Encounters, and like and they would like somehow like you show flashcards of like blue, green, red, yellow, like Simon, and then they do that to each other and they talk in Morse code with color.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I don't know how
It doesn't have
I don't
eyes.
know a lot of these different steps, but there is a very specific process that you go through apparently for contacting with an unknown intelligent species,
Mhm.
where the first thing that you do is you send out prime numbers and you use math to try and communicate. So because if they can recognize certain patterns or etc., you at least know that they are intelligent enough to be able to have like language or the concept of speaking to somebody else. And from there you say, okay, if they understand that, then do they understand this? And you move through like a series of things.
That's cool.
It'd
That's
be-
like
it'd be-
that's fucking Arrival.
Yeah,
The
it
movie
really
Arrival.
is.
They started with what did they do? They didn't get far enough with other people that tried to talk to the aliens, so like Amy Adams comes in and like starts like showing flashcards of other stuff, and then seeing the symbols, how they change, she would then kind of like learn
Extrapolate.
and then kind of like
Extrapolate.
yeah. It's kind of hard to tell that movie without spoiling it because the spoil of the movie is like the crux of it.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole thing revolves around the spoiling.
Yeah.
It's a good movie though.
Despoiling.
I sent a little video of some slime mold.
Time mold.
Time
mold.
mold. Slime mold time lapse.
That
So you
sounds
can
like a
watch it.
badass like subtitle of a movie.
I know,
The
right?
Time
The
Mold.
time mold.
So what does it take
But
for
spreads. Well, it shows how it spreads over the
dude?
forest floor.
What if you taught
It's
slime
very like.
mold
Oh,
about itself?
Dude, it looks like pumpkin guts.
What if you taught slime mold everything that we know about slime mold? Would it become self-aware? Would
it's
it,
like I know I am slime.
Dude, that fucking looks like somebody just spilled
Wait till it gets
mustard.
going. Yeah, just wait till it gets going too. It's really weird.
It's like mustard on the ground.
Well, it looks like veins and leaves and like veins in general, like when it moves around and stuff. It's really weird.
Have you seen oh, I don't even want to talk to you guys about homunculuses, but have you seen homunculus videos? Do you know what homunculuses are?
What do you?
Are we
What do you?
talking like the Full Metal
Yeah,
Alchemist
are you talking like
homunculus?
mythology? What are you?
No, an actual homunculus. Somebody that like. It's hard to explain, but it's basically like a non-incubated human. But like,
So is it like a Harlequin fetus kind of?
it's not even a fetus. It's like a weird organism that's just birthed out of like. I'll have to show you the video, but it's fucking gross.
I don't need to see that. Thank you though.
Okay, I won't show you, but Bradshaw, look up the video of like this guy gets freaked out because the homunculus spits at him, and he just goes ah! And hits it with a fucking book, and then it like bleeds.
Yeah, I don't. Need to
It's scary.
see
Yes.
that.
I don't know how much of it is real, but it's so fun to think about. Like, there's actual things called homunculus.
One of those videos called "Man Creates Monster in His Basement with Sperm and Chicken Egg."
That could be one of them.
Homunculus
Star you.
spits acid. There we
There's a
go.
Carvana.
Hey, check it out.
All right. Call me now. Get
Call
out of
me
here.
Later, call me now.
Go, Gris London. And then do burger. You know what to do. Yeah, you know what to do.
You know what to do, boo.
Jesus.
You know what to do, burger.
I don't know what it was, but there's this other organism that it's like a worm that this guy was holding in his hand, and you know how you can like kind of see the veins in your hand.
Mhm.
When it like spewed out some kind of like fluid, the fluid like traced on his veins, so it looked like it was fusing with his veins, but it I don't know what it did. It looked like it was like seeping into his hand somehow, and like causing this little white vein radiation out of his hand. There's just a lot of weird shit out there that reminds me of like what's that movie, Prometheus? And you know, like with the goo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was like, yes, that's a movie.
But like Alien, you know, like when David would like mix the alien goo with human and like xenomorph and just like play God.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like that shit. Like
Yeah.
that's weird.
There's enough of that out there.
Yeah, you don't need the black goo. You just need fucking nature.
Yeah, you
to
just
do
need
its shit.
Take a hard look. Go to the places people haven't really been too much.
If you thought Alien scary, wait till I show you the forest floor.
Well, I mean that's so funny too, is because like our concepts, what we've come up with for horror movies of what scares us over the years, of at least pop culture wise, comes from ideas that are based on stuff that we've seen in real life. So it just it's us expressing how we feel about things that are around us. So the xenomorph, even though it is a very alien-esque like design, and there it's very
It's more about space and isolation, the horror parts of it for
the
me.
themes of that movie, yes, but I'm
The subtext and the
a lot of the
visuals,
stuff,
yeah, that stuff really freaks people
horror-wise,
out.
It's just like it just it's weird.
The first jump scare in the first Alien movie was a fucking cat. Gotta give it up to that cat.
Little Jonesy.
Jonesy, where are you at, boy? That's not even what he sounds like.
84-year-old Alan Ripley staggering around the Nostromo.
Does that cat make it out the whole time?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
makes it into two.
Makes it into.
Yeah.
And then,
I think it disappears after the first like 5 minutes too.
okay.
Or like it's when she wakes up in that space station and she gets approached by Burke,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, and he's like, "Oh, I come down to the colony. You're fucking some cool shit down there." And she's like, "Fuck you! I know what you're doing."
Paul Reiser?
That's such a. Ugh. To be in her position where you're just like, I'm telling you, this some fucked up shit happened, and he's like, "Don't worry about it, Dollface. We're all good." You're like, maybe
That's
not
why-
the reaction you should have here, but
Before we go, I just wanted to talk a little bit about like the cordyceps idea too. That's such a fucking cool like premise.
What's it say?
cordyceps mushroom.
The cordyceps. Have you seen that, Bradshaw?
Nope.
How there's a fungus that latches onto ants, and then the spore,
Oh, it turns it into like a zombie.
a
essentially.
zombie ant, and
Yeah,
then what it
yeah.
does is like it controls the ant,
Yeah.
crawls to like another part where it can like
The top
then,
of like a blade of grass or like on a leaf or something.
the highest place it can go, so the spores can get carried by the wind.
Or a bird will get it.
Yep, and then just keeps doing that. And then the premise of like The Last of Us was that, where like people start turning into beautiful like weird Venus flytrap kind of fungus spore monsters.
Yeah.
It looks so freaking weird, but it's such a real thing, because you can like see Richard Attenborough or David Attenborough, whoever, talk about it. Hello, John.
Hello, John.
John Hammond. John Hammond.
But we'll leave it at that, and we'll. I hope you enjoyed us getting baleen.
How we us catching this whale when it turned into us. Talk about science.
Talk about science, but interesting and being
The whole
funny.
time.
Being
Just
funny about
weird
it.
shit that exists or may not when it comes to the homunculus thing.
Yeah, may
That
not.
might be fake.
I mean, it's definitely a term. It's definitely a term.
It's
that,
definitely a real it's an alchemy thing.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch of Russians.
Ooh.
All the
Who knows?
videos that I found of it were all like Russian dudes.
completely legit, because you know they don't have any production value.
This one dude was like, okay, so I got this fucking needle that's a little fucking syringe filled with sperm,
It's basically like a turkey
And-
baster.
and I got this chicken egg. So I'm gonna put a little hole in this chicken egg. And I'm gonna inject the sperm in, and I'm gonna like put some tape over it and like hermetically seal it in this fucking Tupperware and put it inside this fucking beanie, and so it stays warm and shit. And
Are you
then
just talking about what you did yesterday?
No, then he comes back.
Good night, egg.
Then he comes back like 6 days later. He's like, okay,
What's up,
egg's
you
definitely rotten. Smells really bad. It's like, no shit, it's
Fucking
rotten egg and jizz. And then like he opens it up and it looks like a kind of like the thing that was in there looks like a weird deformed chicken foot kind of. Like it just looks like this weird like little like
A talon?
Yeah, no little like Sharpie bits. Just
Okay.
it's just the
Sharp.
form of it kind of looks like that. But that one. But then I watched the other one of the fucking Russian yeeting a book on top of one. That was great.
Fucking.
It's just a good video too. I just like the video.
It was really the video I saw of it was just real short.
Yeah.
And it like happened, and he just fucking caca. And when it
Yeah,
went
it's just
caca,
like-
it went black and white and just went real slow. And just I was like, Jesus.
That was probably just
GTA.
the unedited of it, but there's like
Yeah.
a
Oh,
long
yeah, it was
there's a
definitely
long
one.
video of
It
it,
was
but he just goes, Yeet!
Yeah.
He gets freaked out like a Ika mouse. But we'll see you guys next time.
A moose.
We'll talk.
Get the funny.
I'm
Schizophrenic.
mad about the mouse.
You're mad about the mouse?
No.
The
Okay.
Ika mouse?
Yeah. You can interpret that how you'd like. What
Or
mad
like,
am I?
Or like the company, the mouse, aka Disney.
Which one is it?
Oh, I love it.
Uh-oh.
I love Wilson's like, hmm?
Or is it Disney themed Ika mouse?
He's
raps?
being the coy Wilson. Hmm?
Ooh, I got a secret.
Koi boy?
Call me now.
That little koi boy. That little koi boy. That was you.
Am I
It's
living
the
in that
coy boy.
That
world?
little ghost boy? Yeah, it's just
Take me to
tricks.
Hewlenstein.
It's only
It's a
tricks.
ghosting hour.
It's only tricks.
Tricks.
Tricks, no treats. But mischief abound.
Yeah, definitely watch our Halloween episode of
That
the little
boy.
ghost, the little ghost boy.
The Little Ghost
That-
was the name
This
of
little
that
ghost
movie.
boy
Yep.
Yes, but the actual name of the movie
is
The Little
this
Ghost.
little ghost boy.
I'm the only one who tries to keep it straight,
Yep.
just for posterity.
Okay, I'll say it right this time. Okay,
Yep.
you ready? This little ghost boy.